is everybody after the midweek game?
Good, obviously in good spirits. We had a light session yesterday just to get legs going again. Obviously the work that the players put into the game on Wednesday was phenomenal, and we're going to have to repeat that again tomorrow. So but they're professionals, they're elite professionals, and they're there for a reason. It's because they look after themselves on and off the pitch, and we expect to have to expand that energy again tomorrow. So no, they're in a good place, because obviously we've had 2 brilliant wins for us, and it's lifted. I wouldn't say lifted the mood, because I felt that the mood has been good previous to that anyway. But obviously it's sort of, it's the substance under that mood is results, and we've picked up 2 really good ones.
When you look at going to Celtic at the moment, do you sense more of a confidence in the players? Because Celtic's form isn't great at the moment. They'll maybe win a game, then they'll lose a game, and it's very patchy. So is there more confidence in players when they're going there at the moment?
I don't know, because I haven't been here previous going to Celtic, so it's just obviously they're renowned. Celtic and Rangers are obviously the top dogs in Scotland, and what we tried to do building up to the Rangers game was try to pinpoint where we could try and win the game. And I think everyone could see that in our performance, that we tried to win the game. Tomorrow will be no different. Our approach for games in our mindset will always be the same. It will always be to try and win the game, but obviously the level of opposition changes from week to week and makes your job more difficult. But I'm not one for looking at teams' forms, previous forms. Dundee United previous form going up to Wednesday wasn't great either, but what a tough game we had. So for me, it's what we can bring to the game against, and I always look at the opposition's best qualities, what they want to do, regardless of their form. You're aware of individuals' talents, but I always like to stress to our team that we can compete and play our game as much as we can, and make sure we give the opposition problems, and we'll try to do that to the best of our ability tomorrow.
Is it bracing yourself for Celtic to be at their very best tomorrow?
I think we just go in expecting us to be at our best, and concentrate on us being our best possible selves, and try and affect the opposition in ways with us on the ball and without the ball. It's our game plans, or the basis for our game plans, are pretty much similar, but obviously different teams offer different threats and have different weaknesses. So I know there's a lot of talk about Celtic's season. There's a lot of clubs underneath wouldn't mind Celtic's season so far. So that's the reality. They're still a fantastic team with a really experienced manager who've got quality throughout. But I want to concentrate on what we can bring to the game, and that's what our message will be for the next 24 hours leading into it.
What are you finding the biggest challenge, Graham, during this COVID period, in terms of training and preparing a team to play games?
It's more the social aspect of it, really. I think the protocols that the club have in place are really clear for everybody, and the players and all the staff stick to it, meticulously. But there's a social side to a team as well, and that can be sometimes difficult with COVID and social interaction. So I think that's been the biggest thing. The traditional ways of having social interaction are a little bit dated in what's going on in the world at the moment. So you have to be imaginative and try and keep the group together as much as possible. But you have to be adaptable to whatever situation gets put in front of us. And I think everyone's had to adapt their lives in the last 12 months. So football's no different.
On the game itself, you obviously drew 1-8 from Rangers a few weeks ago. It gives you confidence that you can match a team of sort of Celtic's quality. I
think any team can. Any team has a fighting chance going into a game. If you don't believe that, then I don't think you're a professional sportsman in the first place. That's the reality. You're a professional because you've had these battles since you were a kid. To succeed, to get to professional, you've had to overcome challenges, overcome opposition, for contracts and everything. So you're used to competing, and if that ever goes away where you don't feel you compete, then you're in the wrong game. And so certainly previous results for us in our short time have to give the players confidence. They will have that. Even the game at Aberdeen, which we got beat, we know how well we played there while we had 11 men on the pitch. You know what I mean? So even that, we took confidence from that. You know, it could have been a knockback for us, but we won our 2 games after that because we took the positives and the confidence from that. Even though the result wasn't there, the performance was. So we always look for our positives. We don't ignore the negatives. We try to improve them and fix them. But there's a lot of good stuff with what the team have done in the last 5 games, and we have to try and take that to Celtic Park. It's going to be a tough game. We know that, but our approach to it will be similar to the approach that we had to Rangers. Not tactically, I mean, but as in our mindset. And I think we've got the players that can hurt any opposition in Scotland, and we've got to give them the confidence to try and do that.